Well, we've been here for ages. Recyclings are usually pretty quick. But doing a lot of 6 bale high look. A lot of making sure that he fills it to the top full of plastic. We're getting there anyway, we're getting there. But it's taking forever and a day. I think you've seen this stuff before. Bales of clothes. Look, bales of clothes. So I hear what you say. I hear you saying bales of clothes, Reggie. Bales of clothes. Yeah, bales of clothes. Look, I came in at 17,220. The tear weight on the box was 3,700, so nearly 4 ton of box, 40 footer it was, high cube. And net, they put 25, nearly 26 tons in the back of it. So that means the gross, my total weight going down the road was 42,960, nearly 43 ton. So there was a ton spare, or a ton leeway. So I was trundling down the road at 43 ton. I hope you didn't try and pull out in front of me or cause me to swerve. Yeah, so eventually everything gets shifted on trucks. Everything you think of the house around you, all the wood and the bricks and the slate and the electric, everything in the house, everything in your workplace, every clothes you're wearing, whether it be from, the raw material getting moved around and then going to the factory, getting produced, and then the end product's being moved to the shops, via a distribution centre, into the distribution centre, then out to the distribution centre into your local shops. Everything you eat goes on the backs of trucks. Absolutely everything in your complete life has been on the back of a truck, and sometimes several times. You know, raw material to be turned into something, then to be given to somebody else that turns it into goods, adds it to something else. It's quite an interesting trucking. Touches every part of all of our lives at one point or another, and sometimes it touches it several times, sometimes just the once, you know. So from the field to the shop to the, you know. So anyway, and how would you move 25, nearly 23, 26 tons of clothing from one end of the globe to the other end of the globe? We are the most, although we're big and there's lots of us, and we're big and smelly, and you know, a lot of people don't like us on the road, we are the most efficient vehicles on the road. The most efficient. You know, in regards of weight, as regards of volumes. We are the most efficient things on the road. Although a lot of car drivers would disagree with us. Well, there's loads of us here today, isn't there? There's Gold Star, Maritime. Don't know who he is. Another Maritime. He's on the bridge. He's waiting to come off. He's been done. So they're weighing him out. There's quite, and there's one in front of me, and then there's me. Wow. They're busy here today on the old recycling. Yeah. So here's something odd. This is something very odd. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the crack in the sun visor. I saw that. Usually you get cracks and different things in different places and you don't see it. But I saw it. Now look. Can you see here? Can you see there? A truck went past me. It was absolutely flat out. And I was on an A road, so it was just in the next lane coming the other way. This, I've picked up this stone chip off it, and it gave such a gust of wind, or whatever, I don't know what the hell it was, but I felt it go, something did or hit, or I can only explain it as a gust of wind came, that I could feel in here in the cab. And first of all, it's done this, which is give me a stone chip right in the screen. But it did this. The gust was so, and the wind had nowhere to go. If you look at this visor, there is no wind. No wonder it rattled. There's no way of the wind being able to come through and past it. And whatever it was, the pressure, me travelling towards him and him coming, the only thing I noticed, he was going hell for leather the other way. Anyway, it's caused a crack in the sun visor. And you do see them, you know, cracked sun visors. It's not an uncommon thing to see. But this happened live and at the scene. I actually saw this crack appear. And then I noticed the chip in the windscreen. Very odd indeed. Luckily for us, we've been put on a separate ramp, on a different ramp, which has given us a fantastic view of the back of the trucks being loaded. Yeah, all four of them, look. So they're on the ramps, on the bays. These two in the orange jacket are case pack workers, that's where we're at. And then just hold on a minute and you'll see these are the bales of recycling that going into the hook. The bales, and the man in the yellow is the inspector. He inspects the stuff as it goes in. on the end there. Look, he's going to just drive in. Let's say load the bales in. There's not a lot of room on the top of them forklifts, is there? They're pretty close to the roof. Yeah. So that's that one working. Yeah. And then here's another man. Here, watch him coming out, look. Then this man's on the checkout bridge. This one is checking out some. He either wants them on or wants them off or whatever the delay is on that one. Here we are, look. Obviously he wanted a bit more. So put him on the bridge. Weigh him off. It's so easy to overload these. How do you judge? Do you know what I mean? You want to get as much as you can in there, but at the same time you can't overload them, can you? So you have to leave sometimes a bit off, add on to it, or sometimes put a bit. It's a nuisance taking it off. You can always add to it. See, he's weighed that. You can always add to it, but you can't always take from it. Yeah. So he's just checking him for a weight. And let's see what happens. They're going to put him in there now. Is that enough? A bit more, a bit less, a bit bigger bale, a bit shorter bale? So what he did, he took a smaller bale off, made a calculation, used the bridge. So now he knows his weight now, so he knows what to put on it. Yeah. So we can get the best capacity. You would have thought by now, wouldn't you? They would have, on a concrete floor like this, you would have thought they would have had a machine to brush that all together and put it in a bin or collect it, but obviously it's giving two men a job. And can you see the fencing? The fencing has, to stop all the paper blowing all over the place, keep it within. The fencing has a little roof on it, so the wind will blow it, but it won't blow it up and over the fence, because all the top of the fencing has a little roof. Clever, isn't it? It's one way of keeping all the, all the stuff that gets blown around in a yard as big and as busy as this. It's one of just keeping all the paper to yourself, rather than making a mess around everywhere, sort of thing. And these boys are still brushing and picking that stuff up. So remember me telling you the other day that the good thing about having your license is if you said to me, right Reggie, today I want you to brush the floor, keep an eye on the floor, keep it all nice and tidy, and then put it in a bin, and then go and deal with it on a windy day, I would tell you I've got a piece of paper that says I don't have to do that. And you might say to me, what was that then, Reggie? A sick note? I said, no, a class 1 license. So you can put your job where the sun don't shine. And basically that's all it is. Once you've done your test and that, it's only a piece of paper between these two gentlemen and me. I've got a piece of paper that says I can drive a truck. Yeah, so there is an advantage to having a class 1 license. You don't have to handle a brush at all. So boys, get your money, get it all saved up, get your money saved. Don't go on holiday this year. Get your class 1 license and become a driver. then you don't need to do any of this sort of work. So we finally made our way round to the checking bridge. As you can see, we're not heavy enough. No, they'll have to sort that. They'll give us more weight. We're just not heavy enough. So generally, on a Friday, you generally get finished handy. But now and again, you get bit. You get kicked in the behind, and it's 6 o'clock, and there's a queue, and the queue's going nowhere. Damn! Here we are, look, we're in the land of the giants. Not coming all the way, look. See the little man up there in his cab? See the little man up there in his cab, look. He's gonna grab this box. We're waiting at the squawk box. Waiting for instructions at the squawk box. And it's way past going home time. But there we are. When you're in a queue, you're in a queue. If you've got to wait, you've got to wait.
1-3, mate.
Right, it's coming for me next. Lovely.